Live on a Friday edition, Cleveland Browns Daily, brought to you by Ballybet, coming soon to Ohio on 850 ESPN Cleveland. I am merely Bo. He is the great Z. Boy, from 70 to just
garbage.
Garbage, just right back. I said on Wednesday.
I listened before you besmirched me.
When we had the trial of Zaguri yesterday that ended in a split decision, that that I would not complain about the cold.
Right, I heard you say that. Out. That's done.
You're 48 hours.
Yeah, you're done. You're back. Of course, it's terrible.
But it is in the brochure for this time of year.
I'm talking to the kid and the cook, and we're like, even when this winter isn't that bad, it still sucks. You can't do anything. Now, I was able to go out there in hurricane winds.
Yeah.
Almost be blown over. But I was out there.
I prefer this to me, the late March, early most of April, where it's like 50 and just raining every day.
Oh, rain's terrible.
I'll take this over that.
Yeah, same.
You know, at least this is in the brochure. The other one, it's like, if this wasn't happening, boy, I could really be doing things. But it is every day.
We're doing a lot of things. Feels like a lot of people here are doing things today. I don't know what.
There's 6 of us in the whole operation.
Yeah, outside football. Yeah, for sure.
That's it. I mean, there's nobody here.
I can't wait till this wall's gone.
So we are here in the fishbowl, dog bowl, if you'd like. We are up on the second floor.
That's right.
And typically, for those who are not familiar with this space, have not had the privilege of walking these hollowed halls, you could look straight out.
Like right through the camera that's on us, if you were to go right through that
wall of windows.
Wall of windows.
And then we can see nature.
And not often sun, but we see something. We get some natural light in there. Now it harkens back to it's like Cold War Eastern Bloc.
Yeah.
Gray.
We're almost like Aaron Rodgers.
If we turn the lights off, we would be.
Turn the lights down. Don't see anything.
Yeah.
I do anytime I see gray like that, I agree. Like Eastern Bloc, that makes a lot. Kansas City's got a lot of that. Yeah,
100%. Sure does. I remember when we first.
What were they thinking?
We went there. I want to say 2015, Gibbe, because John football started, so it had to be 15. And I remember when we were driving around town, and I'm like, "What in the heck is this?
What
place?
Were they thinking?
Yeah, it's like, let's make this look like this could be like the bad part of Warsaw.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. It's odd choices that were made.
All concrete.
I wonder if it was just because, hey, this will survive potential tornadoes, so let's try to go that route.
I don't know.
It does have that feel, though. That's my best guess.
It's terrible, Kenny. It's terrible.
It is.
Yeah,
it's absolutely terrible.
Good burn ends though ahead in Kansas City. I'll give them.
They're good at that.
And they just win Super Bowls, and now they're hosting the draft.
Well, and it's close proximity to Kansas University, so they're good at hoops. They just won the Natty last year, so it's a lot of winning.
A lot of winning in that area.
Yeah. No NBA in that area.
No.
Kansas City or St. Louis. It's one of the few regions where there aren't. Like the NBA has taken, it's their All-Star weekend this weekend. They have, they're in Memphis. For some reason, you're in Memphis but not Nashville. I feel like that should be inverted.
Agreed.
It's nobody's in Missouri. Like there's parts of those that are. 2 baseball teams in the state, but no basketball.
But they'll be in Salt Lake.
Yeah.
We're going to have a correspondent calling us today, live from Salt Lake City.
Who's there?
The Miz.
Oh, he's calling in?
Yeah.
What's he up to?
1:30. He's playing in the celebrity game.
Does he have game?
Well, we'll talk to him about that. I mean, he made the waffle.
Yeah, that's true.
Ms. Price. Nice little lefty jumper.
There we go. So we'll have to figure out what he thinks about that.
We'll ask him if he's willing to publicly declare some of the things that were declared on a friend group chat.
Publicly, if you will?
I'm seeing if he's willing to make those comments prior to actually playing the game against one of the people on the other team.
Okay. All right. I mean, I got to know about I want to know a full background. I want to know what level of basketball did he play to? I want to know.
No, we'll get all that. We're going to get all
of
that.
That's important to, and
I want
it's all germane.
I also want you to ask him.
Wait, hold on. Let me write my notes.
Yeah, I want you to ask him what shoes he's going to wear, and then if he answers just without giving any type of backstory to that, ask him what shoes he was initially planning to wear and who helped him get this right.
Is the in a classic leading?
I was going to say that's a hell of a lead.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
If you were a prosecutor, it would just be leading one after another.
Well, when you got the evidence, it's just you
just take it right there. It's like,
let's not mess around here. This is
You deal with a lot of smart people in your life. You surround yourself with a lot of smart people, but yet in these type of operations, it's as if you're taking a small child to water.
Sometimes
Just
you got
really
to.
lead it out there.
Some people can be very smart, but they may not be like they're not putting two and two
they're
together.
They're not doing the math
quickly. They're not just saying, "Oh, we're trying to get this bit of information out."
Did you see I saw the Hoff tweeted this morning about his workout, and he said he was playing basketball this morning.
That's how he closes them out. Yeah, sure.
That he was playing some hoops, and so I tweeted him. My guess is he stayed off social, so he hasn't seen it. Either that or he doesn't follow me. I think he does. So maybe he just didn't see it.
Okay.
I wanted a game comp from the Hoff. Like, what is his game like? I mean, we're talking about a 6'6" individual. My guess would be that he was a joker type. That I think he could just dominate in any sort of high post, passing, shooting,
like
rebounding
a mini
situation.
Arvydas Sabonis.
Yeah, or like Joker, what he does now, like
Uh-huh.
orchestrates everything through the Hoff.
I don't know if he was a 3-point shooter like the Joker.
Few are, but I mean, most of Joker's operation is right there around the free throw line.
Yeah,
extended. So I wonder what the Hoff's game was like. I needed a comp.
I'm gonna get it right now.
And my hunch was that's what I went with. I went with a Joker type game. Imagine he dominated everything he's done. I mean, I know he's dominated everything he's done his whole life when you're talking about that type of athleticism, but I'm guessing he was a very, very good basketball player.
All right. I had 3 questions for him. 3.
Yeah. I need to know.
Yep.
I need the comp on the Hoff.
There we go. Got it.
All right.
I think it would be fun to see like somebody like the Hoff there. So have you seen these celebrity rosters? We can take a look at them prior to the Miz calling up.
No, this isn't.
There are some legit athletes on there.
Yeah, I'm sure they are. But I mean, athleticism doesn't mean it's very different to being a great. There's 2 different types of athletes. They're great athletes, run, jump, strong, and then they're great ball sport athletes.
Well, there's just hashtag athletes who are just good at everything.
Sure, but you can be a great ball sport athlete and not be run, jump, strong. And oftentimes you'll see run, jump, strongs that cannot hit a baseball, cannot shoot a basketball. It's just awkward.
All right.
But they're fast,
All right.
or they're strong, or they can jump.
You ready?
Yeah.
Wow. Go to SB Nation, meet the 2023 All-Star Celebrity Game rosters. Guy's right at the top of the article.
There he is.
There he is.
The king.
The king. The king.
Prince of Parma.
Here we go. Team Smith. So
Kenny Smith, probably.
Ryan Smith, honorary team captain, governor of the Utah Jazz.
No, let's do this. This is what I want to do. You give me the names, and I'll tell you if I know who they are.
Okay. All right. Ready?
Let's play the game. Go.
No, we're going to have some good ones in here. Okay.
Right. Team Smith.
Kane Brown.
I think he's like a country rapper.
Correct. He's appeared on the College Game Day as a guest picker. Huge Georgia Bulldogs fan. Played in the game last year as well.
Okay. Got one.
I don't even know how to say his name, so I don't know if you'll like him. But Corday.
No.
Rapper, recording artist, and tennis star Naomi Osaka's boyfriend, who recently released an album from a bird's eye view.
I think anytime that one of the things on your resume is somebody else who's more famous as significant other that you potentially are in question. All right,
okay.
So they took an L. Next.
Diamond DeShields.
Nothing. Delino DeShields' son?
No, WNBA All-Star.
I was going to go Delino DeShields' son.
Great pull by you.
Love Delino DeShields. That's what I thought too.
Shortstop.
Turns out
Fantastic.
not.
Expos. Came up with the Expos.
Okay.
Yep.
Calvin Johnson.
The? Then yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's other. I mean, that is a relatively.
He
should
I would
do
think
very
he would
well
be very
with that.
good. Yeah.
Yeah, me too. Marcus Mion.
Nothing.
Brazilian TV host and actor, hosts a popular Brazilian weekend show, Calderio.
Yeah, good for him.
The Miz.
Congratulations on your success.
We know the Miz. 3 for 3.
Albert Pujols.
The.
There we go.
Yep.
4 up, 3 down. Pretty good.
Everett Osborne.
No. L. Took the L on that one.
Actor in Chicago Fire. However, he's a good basketball player compared to the average actor. Played D1 basketball at the University of Texas, Rio Grande, and played 3 years of professional basketball in New Zealand.
Okay, so that's a scenario where that's a ringer.
That's a ringer.
You find someone who's an actor who doubles as a great player, that's a win.
Yep.
Show is also probably on TNT.
All right, hold on. We're still on. We're
kind
still
of like when if you're like in an outing and you find out that one of the guys you're playing with like played high school golf or college, then you're like, oh, we win. That's it.
There we go.
We've just won.
All right, Ozuna.
No.
Puerto Rican singer and recording artist, sold over 19 million records. Very popular.
Okay.
Okay. Guillermo Rodriguez.
Yes.
Yes.
That
you know
is
Guillermo.
what's his face's cohort
Kimmel?
on Late Night.
Yes.
Jimmy Kimmel.
Oh, if you just would have said Guillermo, I would
Guillermo.
have known. Okay, then I know Guillermo.
Guillermo
All right,
Rodriguez.
so that's you have 10. So I got.
Hold on, one more.
Oh my gosh.
Cinqua Walls.
No.
Gesundheit.
Played for the University of San Francisco, known for acting in Teen Wolf, Friday Night Lights, Grey's Anatomy. Is also going to be in the reboot of the movie, which doesn't need a reboot. It's perfect. White Men Can't Jump. The trailer looked to be one of the most terrific things I've ever seen.
Who is he in Friday Night Lights?
I don't know.
Do you have a
Could have
picture
been
of him?
easier if they had pictures, yeah.
Like, I'm very curious who in Friday Night Lights, because he's not Smash, he's not Voodoo. I know who those actors are.
Could have been from the TV show.
That's what I'm saying. Those guys are in the TV show.
Rosters, daytime, how to watch. Let's see if this one has pictures of people.
All right, so we got 5 right, 6 wrong on that.
Okay. Yeah, this one doesn't have any pictures either.
All right.
I'll find pictures. All right.
Give me the next team.
So the next team is that was actually Team Ryan. I was wrong. Lisa Leslie is the coach. Fat Joe is the assistant coach, and Alex Bregman, the Houston Astros third baseman, is assistant coach.
Okay.
Team Dwayne Wade.
All right.
Head coach is Giannis. Assistant
Okay.
coach is Alex, his brother.
Yep. I like how the
Assistant coach-
Antetokounmpos have made like the All-Star game their own private playground. Like they're doing the
Thanasis,
skills thing
and
together.
then Lindsey Vaughn is the assistant coach. All right.
Great.
Here we go. Ready?
Yeah.
I think you're going to like this team.
All right.
Nicky Jam.
Nope.
Latin American singer and actor.
Okay.
Jesser.
Nope.
Popular content creator on YouTube, has 11.5 million subscribers. The majority of his content is with NBA basketball games. So this is
Great.
probably a pretty cool thing for
My
him.
kids probably know him.
All right. I want you to get this one. I don't know if you will, but I want you to get it. Simu Liu.
No.
Come on. Title character of Shang-Chi and the Ten Rings
Nothing.
from Marvel.
Got nothing.
Okay. Hassan Minaj.
I know Nicki Minaj.
He is the co-host of, taking over as the host of The Daily Show, known for his comedy special called Patriot Act.
Oh, I've seen that guy.
Uh-huh.
I've seen that guy.
Yep.
That's
Yep.
a win. I know that guy.
Okay.
If I saw that picture, I would know who he is.
Yep.
Yeah.
DK Metcalf.
That one we know.
I want to see DK and Megatron go up against each
Yep.
other.
My guess is that will be the matchup.
Not if a certain somebody has something to say about it.
Oh, the Miz wants to get in the middle of that?
He's already making claims about his abilities to score and also lock down a particular Mr. Metcalf. Yeah, right. Janelle Monáe, of course, actress and singer,
No
recently
idea.
in The Glass Onion.
Don't know her.
Arike
Nope.
Ogunbowale, who's a WNBA star. 21 Savage.
I know that guy. Yeah.
Yep.
I've heard of him at
Ranveer
least.
Singh, actor who works in Hindi films but also the NBA brand ambassador for India.
What?
Yep. Francis Tiafoe,
He's a tennis player, isn't he?
15th ranked male tennis
Yeah.
player in the world, star-making performance against Carlos Alcaraz in the U.S. Open. I think that the Miz's team is loaded. I heard 2 dudes that play college basketball plus a WNBA star. I think that
Seems
team
like
is,
that's the squad. Yeah.
and they have Calvin Johnson. Yeah, feels like that's a better team there.
Are we done?
That's it. Oh, and Alex Toussaint.
Nothing.
You don't know Alex Toussaint? Peloton?
I'm telling you what. I just looked up this guy, Everett Osborne. This is the guy that you were trying to tell me was in Friday Night Lights.
Yeah.
If he was in Friday
No,
Night
Cinqua Walls, I think, was in Friday Night Lights.
what was his name?
Sinqua Walls. Yeah, that's the guy who's in Friday Night Lights. No?
No.
No.
I mean, he may be, but he's not. It's not of any prominence.
All right. So you got some WNBA All-Stars. You got...
I mean, Miz is far and away the biggest non-NFL Hall of Famer, current NFL player involved.
No doubt.
It's not close. He's got to carry it.
He's
I
going
guess
to carry it.
TFO's big. I mean, he's a top 15 player in the world in tennis, but geez.
There's some big musicians,
He
though.
played Jamarcus Hall for 9 episodes in Friday Night Lights. I have
don't
no
know who Jamarcus
record.
Hall is.
I don't even think there's I can't imagine that was a
I think the
speaking role.
Miz's team is loaded. They got Calvin Johnson, Pujols, the Miz, plus 2 guys who played college basketball, plus a WNBA All-Star.
We assume that the Miz is a dude at hoops. We have to get that.
Well, I don't
bottom of
know.
that.
Even if he's not, I think they still have 5 dudes.
If you were doing this, given your current state of affairs,
Yeah.
when's the last time you played like pickup basketball?
Like ran up and down a court?
Yes.
Years.
Half
court, sure.
Yeah. Sure. So what type of training would you do if you were going to play in something like this?
Like
a
if I was
nationally
gonna play in this?
televised celebrity.
Oh, I'd for
You'd be
the
getting some
second
work in.
that they told me I would be playing hoops
Same.
3 times a week
every day.
or every day. Yeah.
That's it. Right
I'd
there.
be look at this. Oh my
Look at this.
goodness.
Layers and
How many bags? 2 bags?
2 bags,
4
6 layers,
Yeah.
a strut,
Oh, man.
peacocking.
Yeah. Absolutely.
This company,
Electric.
This
Yeah.
company has a hoodie that is a peacock hoodie that would be
Great for him.
perfect.
Great for
him.
us too, really.
Yeah, it would be. We'd thrive.
So yeah,
All right,
I
so
would
do
be
9
I
of
would
the-
I would
9
be
of-
shooting every day. I
Yeah.
would probably be playing every other day, like playing.
Yeah.
And then I think I'd go out there and I'd score the basketball.
You try hard to. I would be that guy too. I think I would not be the guy who would be like too cool for school. Like I think if you're in that thing, you're trying to play.
Oh, I'm going to try to play.
Yeah.
Now, if I have an energy reservoir,
Sure.
I will allocate a rather large portion of my energy reservoir to the offensive side of the
Oh,
court.
dude, come on. I'm not going inside the 3-point line on either end.
Oh, I am.
I'm
going
going-
to the basket, give a little, maybe a little, a little.
I'm
look,
going.
pass to
I'm
give
going
it,
here
come
and
through.
there.
Wow.
That's it.
I'm trying to throw a lob to Megatron at some point off the
Yeah.
glass.
I don't know that he could do that.
Calvin
Do
Johnson.
you think he could get it off the glass?
Have you seen the videos? There in
No,
that one
I
article,
haven't.
there are videos of
Oh,
him
he
dunking
can go
and
get it?
videos of DK Metcalf dunking.
How old's Calvin Johnson? Approaching 40, right?
He's still a beast.
No, I know,
Yes.
but I mean, yeah. To me, I feel like DK Metcalf in the prime of his physical career is going to be quite good at this. Would be my guess. By the way, I think that the NBA, even though the dunk contest has completely been bastardized, that other than that, the NBA is currently doing the best job of anybody at all of this, by far. The fact that they're picking the teams, they're drafting teams, that's a lot of fun. They're doing that live.
Yeah,
on
did you see
Sunday
they're
night.
changing the rules?
Yeah, they're drafting like the bench guys first, so people don't get their feelers hurt.
You're an all-star.
You're still gonna
so
know.
what?
I was at an NHL All-Star draft. They did this for the NHL.
Yeah.
It's awkward the last 2 picks. Like the last 2 or 3 guys are like, man, I suck. And even though you're among the 24 best players of all time in this case, it is pretty brutal. So I'm still into that. I still think we saw that last year when it was here. Like they put on a good show. And when they play with the Elam ending where they play to a score, you get intensity to finish each stanza.
Yeah.
It's always been good. I think the hard thing for all of this, whether it's this or the MLB All-Star Game or any of it is, when we were young, it was the only chance where you could see the whole league.
Yeah, now you can see it any day you want.
Like, I didn't even know who Jeff Malone, for example, was, but he showed up in an All-Star game representing the Washington Wizards, or Bullets at the time, and I'm like, oh, look at this guy with the awkward shot. Alex English. These type of players were guys that you didn't see much until
Alex English was
he was so smooth until the All-Star game, and then you got to see him. Now, we see all these guys all the time.
all the time.
My kids could probably go 100 deep on the NBA naming players. I bet they could easily.
Wow.
Yeah. So, I mean, they're overexposed.
Yeah.
They see so much of it. It's not special.
The 3-point contest is cool. The dunk contest is not cool.
Dunk contest has 4 participants. I'm not sure I've heard of any of them. I know it's not Ja. It's not Zion. It's not those type of guys. So
You'll
and
never
then
get back to
They
it.
do the thing where they don't where
They
a
don't,
miss
have to,
doesn't.
they don't have to make them.
They don't have to make them. So they try this absurd stuff for a minute. They run out of their legs and they can't dunk anything. It's just stupid. It sucks. What happened? Why not just the 3 rounds? You were to replace 1 dunk. That's it. If you miss more than 1, you're done.
You're out.
That's it. Make your dunks. Come on.
I mean, it's never going to be. We're old, get off our lawn, guys. But it's never going to be better
But
than
there have been good
Dominique and Jordan.
Well, it might have been with Vince.
Vinsanity.
Jason Richardson had a great one when he won it. There was a time when it was honestly one of the things. I get a lot of credit. LeBron kind of ruined it because he was the first one who was like, no, I'm not doing it. Up until then, it was a rite of passage. Kobe did it.
Never did it.
Kobe did it. Vince Carter did it. McGrady did it. Like the best players did it when they were young, and then they were done. And they kept wanting him to do it, and he wouldn't do it. And
Why not?
I don't know. Maybe he felt like he didn't have anything to gain by it, or his best dunks were in the games. I don't know.
East Bay Funk, J.R. Ryder.
Oh yeah, fantastic. But they had a bunch of dudes. That's D Brown.
Yep. Said Zabalos with the blindfold. Pretty sure he could see through
Pretty
it.
sure he could see.
Yeah.
I have to say, our good friend Bill Bender from the Sporting News.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen his video he
No.
posted today. He recreated the best dunks of all time from the slam dunk contest
Like
using
him?
a Little Tykes hoop on a chair and did all the moves until he threw his back out on the Harold Miner dunk.
Baby Jordan.
And literally threw it out on the video.
That's
pretty
good.
comical.
I will definitely check that out. So the NBA does a pretty good job with this with the All-Star game though. We have next to nothing from NFL news to discuss.
I think everybody's off this week.
I think everybody's off. They've just taken it
Just a
off.
little bit. We got a
see
little
that, but we talked about Petzing earlier in the week.
Yeah.
With the Cardinals, that would
Yep.
be the case. Drew's nice dude. He's been in here. Good job. But I totally get it. You're going to be an offensive coordinator. Makes all the sense in the world. And I think there's opportunity for someone to replace him here. In fact, I think one of Deshaun's old quarterback coaches is currently without
Yes.
job, a guy that he worked with when he was in Houston. So that's a no-brainer for Drew. To go from tight end coach to 1 year off quarterback to offensive coordinator,
He
It's a
was
lot
working
going on
with
out there.
Simone in 2014.
yeah.
Yeah.
Life
By the
comes at you
way,
fast.
somehow Simone has a tree.
Don't ever say
Don't
that again on this show.
No. I don't even want that to be into the podcast.
Yeah,
let's make
let's
sure.
make
Connor,
sure that
make sure
delete
let's,
that.
delete that.
We had Simone. No, none of that. We're not having any credit or trees.
The
or
only
anything
tree
that-
he's got is
Yeah.
seafood tower trees that we have to pay for.
By the
that are
way,
supposed to be free.
Here's a little NFL news for you. Josina Anderson, 4 minutes ago. I'm told the Jets and quarterback Derek Carr are meeting tomorrow.
Stupid.
For who?
Him.
I don't know about that.
Why does he want to be in the snake pit, man? Go to the NFC, brother.
Well, that he should want to do, but I mean, when you have all of a sudden you come in and you're throwing the ball to Garrett Wilson, and
No, I understand, but
that's
like
a pretty good situation.
it is. But go to one of the NFC South
Yeah.
teams, man. Go where you can go a little bit.
But I have just a kind
Go
of a
ahead.
national news question, and I'm curious what you think of this.
Okay.
Feral cows
Okay.
are roaming around southwest New Mexico.
Okay.
They are not domesticated animals. They pose a significant threat to public safety and natural resources. Sounds like they're going to go after them from helicopters to take care of them.
What's the threat? I mean, it's just what kind of
They're
cows
just
are
some
they? Just
cows.
wild cows. Like, what's the difference? If
That's what it says.
they're
This
not
is-
domesticated. I mean,
This has been
what does
a
that mean?
difficult decision, but the lethal removal of feral cattle from the Gila wilderness is necessary to protect public safety, threatened and endangered species, habitats, water quality, and the natural character of the Gila wilderness. The feral cattle in the Gila wilderness have been aggressive towards wilderness visitors, graze year-round, and trample steam banks and springs, causing erosion and sedimentation. This action will help restore the wilderness character of the Gila wilderness enjoyed by visitors from across the country.
I mean, I'm
All
sorry.
dispatched, that's what they're calling them, cattle will be left on site to naturally decompose. I
I
mean, I don't know about you.
That seems like a fail. Like, that feels like go make steaks and hamburgers and food.
How about you go feed the hungry?
Yeah. I
Yeah,
mean,
do
that's
something
all-
with
why
it.
would you leave it there to naturally decompose?
Why can't, isn't there somebody who'd step forward and say, I'll take these cattle?
What is the big difference between
What's the difference between a feral
feral
cattle?
cattle and a domesticated? I assure you, we raised
One
domesticated
has
ones.
brands
we
on
weren't,
them.
We weren't going to ride them.
That's it. One has
or they
brands
weren't
on 'em.
coming in the house.
Do you think? I think if somebody
gotta
just
be
grabbed
it.
those and branded them, they'd be.
Then
they'd be
they're yours.
Yeah.
Would think that'd be pretty easy to sort out. They'd be pretty easy to round up. I mean, I'll tell you what, horseback, a
If
couple of bishop
branded
boys,
cattle-
we could sort that out in an hour.
If branded cattle happen to be lethally removed during gathering or aerial operations, the service officials say the owner may request compensation by contacting the U.S. Forest Service. So they're just going to, if they see a cow,
They're just killing them. That's it. Seems pretty dumb.
listen,
I need to know more about it, but on the surface, it seems pretty.
other
stupid.
than running bronze spotteds as a youth,
yeah,
I don't have a lot of cattle experience outside of Yellowstone,
Sure.
1923. It feels like there would be a lot of people that would be pumped to take on these cattle as their own.
yeah. I don't understand what I don't
And
really
it
know what
sounds
the
like
drawback is.
It could be a Super Bowl event for some cowboys to go round up the feral cattle.
Yeah, we could do it.
And then drive them into either Tejas or up north into Montana.
Yeah, it'd be very easy to do. To round them up. I mean, that's nothing. I don't understand why. I just don't understand. I don't understand. I'm reading about it right now because I find it odd that this is the only way out. Environmental groups say the federal action is urgent.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Again, I feel like you could actually
all the
use
edible
that to
grass
help
is
people,
gone, and so it's a dust bowl down there. I'm a kayaker. It's disgusting to even camp in some of these. Oh, settle down. Never part of. I have no idea. I don't know why you wouldn't just round him up and give him to a rancher, and then he could throw a brand on him, and off we go.
Yeah.
Problem solved. There's plenty of ground to get that sorted out. I don't know.
Sorry, that makes no sense.
No.
Kind of a
Also, happy 87th to the great Jim Brown, 87 years old today.
Yeah.
He's one of those guys with Lawrence Taylor, Jerry Rice, that you can straightforward with a straight face make the claim greatest football player ever, period. He's on that list.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So happy birthday to an all-time legend. Is The Miz joining us next?
That's right.
I feel like that's where we're at.
All
I
right.
was just kind of letting you go here for
Yeah.
a few minutes.
That's
so
what we
you
were
can
doing.
That's what
time
we're doing.
this
All
up,
right, so The Miz is next. We'll get his full scouting report on his game, what he anticipates from some of his teammates and those on the opposition. That is coming up next. You'll listen to Cleveland Browns Daily, brought to you by Ballybet, coming soon to Ohio on 850 ESPN Cleveland. The music can mean only one thing, Z.
Yes. Awesome. The Miz is joining us.
What a treat.
What a treat from Salt
What's
Lake
up,
City,
everybody?
baby. What's going on, brother?
You know, I'm just sitting here in Salt Lake City, getting myself prepared, warming myself up, getting a little stretch on, getting ready for this Celebrity All-Star NBA game. So I plan on dominating, planning on being the MVP. haven't practiced in maybe a year. But when you're this
It's not a
good
good part of the plan
and
to be the
you've
MVP.
graduated from Normandy High School and played on the Normandy High School basketball team, it's like riding a bike. You just don't forget how to do it.
All right, Miz, let's start there. Full scouting report. Your youth basketball experiences, who are instrumental coaches, who they will see some of their coaching in you tonight, all the way through your time as a Normandy Invader. And then how much pickup have you played in the years that followed? What's your game like, man?
Well, so Mr. Rings was my basketball coach. He taught me a lot. And then also I had Marty Kane as my baseball coach. He had like any type of coaching that you've had, whether it's baseball, basketball, football, golf, any type of coaching that you've had. These are all people that are instrumental in today's game. It bred me to where I need to be today.
Yeah.
So I feel like as a force to be reckoned with, I believe Guillermo is playing. So I've got to look out for him from the Jimmy Kimmel Show.
Yeah.
Yep.
DK Metcalf. If you remember in the All-Star softball game that we played in, he struck out twice, and I was MVP of that game. So, I mean, tomato, tomato, right?
Well, you have the chance, I think, to be the first ever MLB and NBA celebrity All-Star game MVP, which I think would be a nice feather in your cap given some of your accomplishments. But Guillermo's on your team. I'm glad you brought up DK Metcalf. You noted what you just noted on air in our group chat as well, that he struck out, and you're not worried at all about him. You got some good advice. John Rutledge, a good friend of yours, gave you some great advice, and he said when DK goes up to dunk, get the beep out of the way. You do not want to be in that poster. But you weren't having that. What's your plan when you are checking DK Metcalf?
I strongly disagree. In all of my time at Normandy High School, I was a master at taking the charge. And if DK wants to go up for a dunk, I'm going to ruin that dunk and get a charge call, and then I'm going to go to the other side, and I'm going to take a couple foul shots, especially at the end of the game.
I like that.
Just what I'm going to do.
Do you know who said these words? I'm curious. He will hit me, and it will be like hitting a wall. I'm not going to move. He will bounce off of me and go down.
That is a direct quote from me, and I was talking about any type of person. I can't remember if Megaton.
That was directly about
on
DK Metcalf. He's a pretty big guy.
But if it's Megaton, if it's DK Metcalf, it's anybody. It's going to be like hitting a wall.
Megatron's on your team. I feel like you guys haven't had a practice.
I have to go down. If I know the fact that if I am going to take a charge, like I have to go down, but I can't help that I am just like a wall. And it'll be running through a brick wall. That's what it'll feel like for my opponents today.
Tread lightly, DK
Especially
Metcalf. That's all I have to say to
my
you.
picks
Tread
are
lightly,
second to
my
none.
friend.
I'm going to be picking and rolling Guillermo all day.
What at your best? What was your game? Who's your game comp?
My game, Mark Price.
Ms. Price.
They sometimes call me Ms. Price.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's silky smooth.
So he's got a beautiful shot. Lefty shots look better in general, but he's got a beautiful shot. He also noted that he did not practice before taking down the waffle. So why would he practice before this?
Oh my! Of all your accomplishments,
That's
the
right.
fact that you named somebody the waffle is right up there, right?
Through basketball
Through
skill.
basketball
So we were at Universal. We
Yeah.
were at Universal, right? And Nathan and his best friend Vince seem to think that they are God's gift to basketball and think they're just amazing at basketball.
Why are you roping me into
His
this?
buddy Vince thinks that since he's a coach and that he's taught these kids to become champions, like
His
the
nickname
teams
was
that
the
that
Cannon.
he can beat me.
Yeah.
That he can beat me. And so we pay, what was it, $2 for one of those basketball shots at
Yeah, it was
Universal.
in Simpsons, the Simpsons
And
land.
the lady goes, yeah, nobody gets these. I mean, we've had professional basketball players come here and just miss all the time. So Vince Conti goes, right? And he bricked it. Like, it was embarrassing how bad he missed.
If
like,
the
I was
hoop
thinking,
was
like,
10
hit the
feet
rim a
around,
little
Vince wouldn't
bit.
have made it.
Like,
That's how far off
I mean,
he
it was brutal.
Yeah.
I walk up to
You
this
hit the lady
thing,
in the
right?
head.
Oh.
I spin the wall. I spin the ball on my middle finger, just kind of like MJ. And I look up at the thing. I get my lock on, and I shoot the ball. Drain, swish, boom. There it goes. I go. Let me shoot again. Let me get one more. I shoot again. Guess what happens? 2 for 2. That's right.
Gosh.
2 for 2. So professionals that couldn't even hit this shot, I hit 2 in a row. Like, I was a master at this. I'm a master at any sport I do. If I
He's
was
kind of the Mr. Perfect,
quarterback, he'd probably be in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, why aren't you?
You're
should,
Mr.
they
You're
should do some
Mr. Perfect
yeah.
vignettes.
Yeah, we need some Mr. Perfect vignettes with you.
I might have to do them if I get MVP of this.
Come on,
and I've been MVP twice of the MLB All-Star Game, softball All-Star Game. Like, I have to be like the most decorated out of any celebrity, right?
Yes.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that.
I needed to go to the American Century Classic over there in Tahoe and take down all the celebrities in golf. Then,
well,
but
you
that
were
was a
there.
little bit more difficult for me.
You were there, and we got some room to improve there.
Well, you didn't want to be my caddy.
I'm ready to be on the bag. Give me the call, baby.
I don't caddy.
I think I would be great. I'd be like the Happy Gilmore caddy.
I think you'd be a great caddy, but I also do. I feel like you'd want to be the center of attention. And
also
you try
true,
to take
man.
it off of me.
Ouch.
I don't know if I can deal with that.
Mean. I know how to blend into the shadows.
You are not a blender.
Hey, what are you
You are
talking about?
definitely
At
not a
Universal
blender.
Studios, when you had this great moment where you made him the waffle and your basketball triumph, was I involved or was I just a documentarian, merely there to capture all
You
of
were
the
a
action?
documentarian.
Yeah. See? I don't mind being behind the camera.
Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right.
Yeah, the man
Miz,
behind the
Okay.
man.
All right.
Miz,
Thank you.
as a child of the Jordan era, obviously, although he was on the opposition, what's on our feet matters a lot. How much thought have you given to your footwear choice for tonight? Can you tell us what your footwear choice is for tonight?
So I got a text from Nathan and Vince, and they both go, "So what are you wearing?" And I go, "What do you mean? What am I wearing?" This is on Wednesday, by the way.
Yeah, it's Wednesday.
And what do you mean?
Week.
What am I wearing? I'm wearing a jersey and shorts that they give me.
Yeah.
They go, "Yeah, but what are you wearing on your feet?" I go, "I don't know. I'll wear running shoes if I have to. I don't care." And they go, "No." They literally, like, everything was all caps after that. And they were like, "You have to find shoes. Don't you understand what kind of moment this is? You got to be." And I'm like, "Oh my God! Now I got to friggin' find shoes." So luckily, I DM'd I DM'd this one place on Melrose called Cool Kicks, and yesterday morning before I left, I went there and they set out like 4 shoes. There were 2 Jordans and 2 Kobe's.
I love it.
The Jordans were the black with the patent leather on them.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Concords,
those?
11s.
Yeah,
Yep.
those, and then there were the Kobe's, and then there were the white with the white patent leather, and white and red.
Yep.
And then the other 2 were Kobe's, Kobe Grinches or Kobe Mamacitas, which is dedicated to his daughter.
Yeah.
So when they showed me the one that is the shoe that's dedicated to his daughter, I couldn't help but my heart sink. Like, I was like, oh my God, like, this is incredible. But so it was out of those and the Grinches, and I asked everyone, which one should I get? I asked everyone in the store, and everyone said, look, the ones, the Mamacitas, yes, they are literally like heartfelt and everything.
Emotional.
But you
Yeah,
can
they're
get them.
beautiful shoe.
Like those are but he's like, those you can get. Like, in your size, we can find them anywhere. Those Grinches, we have not seen a size 13 in a very long time, and these are the only ones we have. Like, if you're going to pick one that's very difficult to get and very difficult to find, you should pick the Grinches. And then I sat there and thought, I was like, you know what? Let me think about this, because I am the Grinch. When I'm on that basketball court, I'm going to ruin everyone's time.
Yep.
And I was like, maybe I just go for those. So tonight you will see on my feet what I have chosen. But I think you have an idea of what I've chosen.
I think it's a smart move, like most things you do, because the Kobe's are a superior basketball shoe.
It's a
Jordans.
better
basketball
Yes.
shoe. So not only
They're
if that
kind
is
of low tops, by the way.
right,
Yeah.
yeah,
They're
It's a
not,
mid.
They're like
Yeah.
they're not high tops
No.
at all.
but they'll be light.
They'll be perfect.
Yeah,
Grip the court.
this is a smart, as with most things with
Yeah.
you, another smart decision.
Don't you feel like, though, because first of all, you're an incredibly fashionable person. You custom suits head to toe. You always have heat on your feet with some type of designer footwear. Think of all the time you put into your entrances and your jackets and your headbands and everything you've got. I was flabbergasted. And I think we did you a huge solid. If you went out there in some just random, like, running shoes, now you're going to be out there in you will have, if not one of the coolest pairs of sneakers in this game.
Yeah, it's done.
For
it's
sure.
appropriate.
I was like
Pretty
I was
stoked.
trying to tell
I
him.
thank you, Nathan. I thank you, Vince Condi, for giving me that text and that motivation to get the shoes that I needed to be the star that I am.
Yeah, well, your star is going to shine bright now. You're going to have basically glowing feet where every time you're on camera, everybody's going to see you.
I like it. Give me your
I'm gonna shine bright like a diamond, like Riri at Super Bowl.
That's right.
Let's go.
give us the stat line. What's the goal stat line tonight?
Ooh, I like that. Great.
What are you
question.
looking for?
Great question.
So I've been asked that a lot. I don't know how much I'm going to play because I don't know what.
Do you mean?
I don't
deal
even
is.
know
Like, you
11
way-
of these people, Miz. Like you don't come off the floor.
Hold on. Your team's pretty loaded, though, so you know. You've got Megatron. You got Pujols. You got you. You have two dudes that I really have not heard a ton about who both played D1 basketball, and one of them who played professionally in New Zealand. So, I think your team is pretty – I think you guys are – it feels much more impressive than the resumes of the other team, not to mention yourself. So
but I'm just curious, how it's going to go. I don't know what the coach is going to do. Like, Coach
you got to get
Ryan
in good
Smith,
with Lisa Leslie. She
I don't
coaches
know
for the
what
LA
he's gonna
Sparks. You live in LA? Come on.
Yep, let's go.
Yeah.
Game on.
Have you – this is
Wait, I need
Okay.
the stat projection.
All right, what's your stat projection? What's your goal? What if you walked out of there and you did X? Would you be like
Double-digit rebounds, double-digit points.
I love it.
Double-double.
Look at him get on the glass, the
I love
Windex man. Love that.
Yeah.
I have another question
That's what I
for
want.
you.
Because I don't know about assists. Like, I wanted a
No,
triple-double.
if you
but
pass
I don't
the
know
ball,
who's going to be able to shoot.
if you pass the ball, it will not come back to you.
I think you could get 10 assists. I think he could get 10 assists in his sleep,
Should I ball
though.
hog?
This is what
Find
I
those people, and you could get the
Yeah.
two guys who played college ball. What are their names?
Hold on. I
We
gotta
got
get
two
that
actors
one.
who played
We got-
college, some
yeah.
ringers.
Well, get the
So
ball to
find them and
Megatron.
Megatron, and I think you could get 10 assists in your sleep, Miz. If you got the Mark Price game,
right.
people are going to come out to you to defend, then you just drop it in. I think you're going to. I think you got
That's
10
what I'm
dimes.
gonna do.
All
in
right,
you.
so here you go. Here's who
Be
you
like Magic Johnson out there.
That's
here's
right.
who you pass the ball to. Diamond DeShields. She is a
God,
WNBA
yeah.
All-Star. You
She'll
can pass
knock
her the ball.
everything down.
Calvin Johnson, Megatron. I think that goes without saying. I'm not sure about Pujols. Everett Osborne. So it says this is a guy. He played D1 at the University of Texas Rio Grande Valley, and played 3 years of pro basketball in New Zealand. So give him the ball, and then Cinqua Walls played at the University of San Francisco, where Bill
Yeah, so there
Russell
you go.
played in
Yep.
college, which is a pretty good.
It's
solid.
going to
Alright.
be points and
That's
assists.
duly noted.
Yeah.
Duly noted. I'll be like Magic Johnson out there. I'll be
Important
getting
question.
Assist
So-
after assist after assist.
You flew in yesterday.
Oh, what number are you wearing?
Yes.
Okay, great question. What number?
40, because I'm the 40th WWE champion.
Beautiful. Yes. We'll put our hands together for that. I like that a lot. Very smart. I would have had.
Even though most people think it's because of Peyton Hillis, but it's not.
No.
40th champion. That was one of his first T-shirts. Was an awesome, softball, where that was kind of like that 3/4 sleeve softball style that just
Yeah.
had 40 on it, and awesome.
Yeah.
That was a great T-shirt. I still have that somewhere. It's somewhere in my archives.
Sad you don't know exactly where.
I know it's in my home.
Yeah.
I mean, I could pinpoint the
Just feel
location.
like something that important to you, you'd know exactly
Somewhere.
It's in my wrestling. I have
I know.
I have an
a
unhealthy
specific
amount of
place
wrestling T-shirts
where it
so
would be,
it is
so you
in
could
that.
find it on a minute's notice if it meant that much to you. That's
I
all
could
I'm
find it in Mintos. It's in one of 2 bins, but I have
There it is.
5 to 10 current Miz shirts readily in my closet,
Already.
readily available.
Okay, good save.
To go with. Not good save. Facts. All right. When is the last time that you shot in an NBA arena?
Oh, I like this.
Oh, wow. Honestly, I can't even remember.
All right,
Okay,
get
because
there early.
get there early. The depth
Get there early,
perception
Miz.
is insane.
Yeah.
You're going to
I'll
have
be
to
there.
adjust
I'm
to that.
literally right now. I'm going to head to NBA Today. Going to do that, an appearance on there, and then from there, I'm going directly to the arena,
Smart.
and I'm
Good.
just going to be.
Good.
I'm going to start with layups, and then I'm just going to keep moving back.
Yeah.
I like it. Shoot a lot of free throws.
A lot of free throws.
That'll get your depth right, and then you'll be good.
And then the trifectas will come.
It's going to feel like the rim is just floating, though, in the air.
Yes.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
It's going to be all right.
You're going to be
All
great,
right,
dude.
guys.
You're going to be
It'll be
great.
good.
7
Hey, good
o'clock
luck.
I'm gonna
tonight.
represent Cleveland. Represent
right.
Cleveland to the best of my
Oh.
ability.
Is George out there?
George Myzanin?
No.
Gosh, sad.
No.
I wanted him in the mix. I felt like you'd be great, front row.
I feel like he could set a mean
He'd
pick.
thrive on
George
NBA All-Star
Myzanin.
Weekend.
Oh,
My
man.
dad got me cut from my basketball team in my junior year. So, and he used to yell at me and the team and the coach, like from the stands, like every game. So it was like you knew my dad was there because he's like, Mike, what are you doing? Oh, what is this coach doing? That you don't hold on to the ball, pass the ball, go. And the coach would just be so aggravated with my dad.
So he said, "Sorry, you can't play on the
My dad
team."
literally got in
Yeah.
fight.
Addition by
George is
subtraction.
banned
George
from all
is banned.
basketball.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it. He's done.
Oh man.
Hey, buddy.
7
ahead.
o'clock tonight.
7 o'clock tonight.
ESPN.
Yep. Gonna be fun.
Let's go, dude.
Let's
go.
Double.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Game on.
Thanks, buddy. Thanks for your time.
Game on, boys.
All right,
See ya,
man.
guys.
Crush it.
All right, that's WWE superstar The Miz. George has got him kicked off of his shoot.
It's unbelievable. It's not
So
hard.
many layers
it's
to
not
it.
hard to believe.
Did
either,
we
though.
just stumble onto? Did I just stumble onto like he needs to do the Mr. Perfect bits?
It feels like
It's
it. I don't
right
know
in
that
his wheelhouse. He's good at all these things.
I mean, he is the softball MVP.
Softball
if he
MVP?
wins this MVP, I think that
Doesn't he
needs,
have
it
to?
needs to become a part of his gimmick. Doesn't he
Part
have
of
to? I mean, it's gonna be hard to keep Megatron or DK Metcalf from winning the MVP.
No. But I mean, like that gimmick is
Yeah.
perfect. Like you could even do an homage to those
Yeah,
with his skill set.
absolutely. Instead of perfect, you'd be like, I'm absolutely awesome.
So
It'd be
great.
great. Just totally recreate it.
I just
And
saw
start
the
doing
one, or
and-
somehow this week I just saw the one on one of those wrestling Twitter accounts, or the one where he threw it in the indoor facility and then caught
it. Oh yeah,
Awesome.
he was hanging out with Steve Jordan. Was
Is
the
that who it
tight end of
was?
the Minnesota Vikings?
Amazing.
Yeah.
So good. All right, that'll be very, very fun. We'll get back to the NFL side of things coming up next. You'll listen to Cleveland Browns Daily, brought to you by Bally Bet, coming soon to Ohio on 850 ESPN Cleveland. Way to cheer on your Cleveland Browns. Help your favorite four-legged companion. Barking Backers, presented by Milkbone, the Browns' newest club for pet parents worldwide. Sign up today at barkingbackers.com. Barking Backers, the fan club for dogs. As we go around the NFL, pretty serious stuff. Alvin Kamara has been indicted in Las Vegas in the battery case that stems from last year's Pro Bowl. So that's how long that thing took. But he has been indicted on that, and those are serious accusations with him.
Yeah. Then again, an indictment just means that they feel there is a need, that it's possible that criminal activity occurred.
The Commies are expected to hire Eric Bieniemy as their new offensive coordinator. He meets with Ron Rivera for a second consecutive day per the NFL Network's Ian Rappaport. It feels like they've kind of been circling him for a while. Matt Nagy would then be elevated to the Chiefs' offensive coordinator position. He was there this year. He was dancing around. He's like an analyst or whatever. So he was there, and he was there before. So
he was there
loving
before
life
Bieniemy.
On the sidelines, and then he could not have been having more fun on the parade bus. And he's going to go back to what he was doing.
Anybody had more fun on the parade bus than Patrick Mahomes?
Kelsey was having a good time, too.
Yeah, both. By the way, hosting SNL, Travis Kelsey.
March 4th.
He's got to be the first. Did Gronk ever host it?
No. They listed the guys. There's only been like 4 or 5 NFL players.
Both Mannings did it, and Brady did it, didn't he?
I think Walter Payton, they said.
Walter Payton. Wow, sweetness. Unbelievable.
Jinx.
Man. Yeah, I think Kelsey will be good. Like, all the WWE stuff he does is pretty on point. I think it feels like I would be really nervous to do that job, though.
I think he's got a zest. You have to throw yourself into it, and he clearly will throw himself into something.
Yeah.
So I think he's going to be great. You'd be, really?
Yeah, I would be.
I think he'd be great.
Well, whether I would or not, I would still be nervous for it. I think anytime you do something that, think about how out of the zone that is from what your normal life is.
You're a professional entertainer.
Yeah, that's a little different though, man.
Is it?
Acting and playing sports.
You do a monologue all the time.
That's true, but I don't know. That seems like a heavy stuff.
Oh, man. I'd
You'll
love
be
it.
safe.
I think
you
I
can
would
edit it because you're taping it on Wednesday.
Taping it on Wednesday. What's the problem?
Right.
It's no big deal.
Hey, you know it's good by the time it gets to Saturday. You've watched it 100 times.
Oh, boy. The Cardinals intend to release defense coordinator Vance Joseph. Per Josina Anderson, he's set to interview for the Broncos, blah, 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 on that. Philly's got to replace both guys, don't they? OC and DC in Philly there.
Arizona requested, by the way, in addition to Petzing, they requested permission to talk to the Bengals wide receiver coach.
All right.
I mean,
there you go.
I'm not sure how much the Bengals wide receiver coach has to do when you have T. Higgins and Jamar Chase and the riches that they have, but he's got that opportunity.
Buttressing our conversation yesterday with Jay Morrison, the feeling there is they're keeping the band together. So
they're running it.
They say they got a plan, they're ready to do it, and they're going to keep them all. And I think it's smart. I think you got to keep all the weapons. Sort that out. Keep your weapons.
If I would always rather compromise on the defensive side of the ball and we'll outscore you.
Yeah, roll the dice. Well, if we score 40.
The sad thing is, though, that maybe there's just a little bit of doubt creeping in. I've had the ball twice.
Speak it into existence.
I know I'm trying. Well, it is true. He's had it twice. If I were to say to you that Joe Burrow would have the ball with a chance to win,
I thought both of those instances he was going to go get him points. I did.
At least one of the two.
Yeah.
Like 0 for 2 would have had the biggest.
I'm trying to remember the circumstances with the end of the Super Bowl, how they got – did Aaron Donald get the sack? Is that what put him off clock? Because they were humming, and then I think Donald got to him.
And
that put him off schedule.
Over that final possession.
Yeah. And then what happened in Kansas City? I mean, it feels like 6 months ago, but what was the – I can't remember because they had to punt. It felt like when they got it, they're going to go win, and then they had to punt, and I can't recall
I'll get it.
if he missed a throw. I don't remember him missing a throw. Did he get sacked?
Here we go.
Chris Jones
Chris Jones
was going nuts.
Chris Jones got him on either second or third down, I believe.
Yeah.
I need play-by-play. Why is it so hard to find? Like, just bring up the ESPN one. It's always the easiest, right?
It's always the easiest. Nobody else has figured out how to do the
box score here.
The box score play log.
No, but that's last year. All right,
whatever. We'll sort it out. Rock sprinting around. Even a skip there out of Rock.
That was a skip. A skip to
It really
Malou.
was. Really
There
does.
we go.
All
Hold
right. You got it?
No.
No. All right. Sad.
Sad indeed.
We'll pay
Should
off.
be so
Pay
hard.
it off at the top of the hour. You have that to look forward to, which is nice. Second hour coming up next here on a Friday. You listen to Cleveland Browns Daily, brought to you by Ballybet, coming soon to Ohio on 850 ESPN Cleveland. get some help getting back in the game, call 1-800-ELK Ohio for a free case review. Elk and Elk's proud partner of your Cleveland Browns. You have those play logs for me?
Yes. Yes,
and
I do.
Go.
All right. From the Super Bowl, Matt Stafford throws it to Cooper Kupp for the touchdown. They take the lead 23-20 with 1:25 to go.
Okay.
First down and 10 at the Cincinnati 25 after a touchback. Burrow to Chase for 17. They're out at the 42.
Wow.
And you're like, okay. First down and 10 at the 42. Burrow short middle to Tyler Boyd for 9 yards. 2nd and 1.
Midfield.
Burrow deep shot to Chase, and he missed that one.
Missed him.
Incomplete.
Because doesn't the DB fall down?
Yeah, and he just like overshot it, if I recall.
Yeah.
3rd and 1. Samaje Perine right tackle to LA 49 for no gain. Donald and Gaines stopped him right at the line. 4th and 1. Incomplete short right. Donald with pressure, and that was it. So they went to the 42. They gained 26 yards in 2 plays and then 0 in the 3 plays, and that was it. Super Bowl was over. I remember
it felt that way. Like it was like, wow, they're going to win it, and then all of a sudden the confetti, it was over.
It was over
in a blink.
I would even say like 4th down play, like the ball wasn't anywhere near anybody. It almost should have been like a coverage sack.
Yeah.
I feel like Donald got there and
no, he just threw it into the ground.
He just threw it up to throw it up, and I don't know if the ball even got there.
All right. Bengals, Chiefs. Chiefs punt it down to the Bengals 6. 2:30 to go. 20-20. Not even trailing. 20-20.
20-20.
1st and 10. Burrow pass short left to T. Higgins to the 16 for 10 yards. Now 1st and 10 at the 16. 2-minute warning. Burrow scrambles left end for 3. 2nd and 7 at the 19. Burrow incomplete short middle penalty intentional grounding. Backs him up. Now it's loss of down. 3rd and 16 at their own 10 with 1:03 to go. Burrow deep right. Hayden Hurst pushed out of bounds at the Cincy 33 for 23 yards. That was a big play. Yeah, it was a great play.
That was.
1st and 10 at the 33. Burrow short right to Hayden Hurst for 2 yards. Timeout by Cincy.
Oh.
Timeout number 2. 48 seconds. 2nd 8 to 35. Burrow incomplete short left Trenton Irwin. 3rd and 8. Cincinnati 35. Burrow sacked at the 28, 7-yard loss by Chris Jones. Timeout Kansas City now. 41 seconds. They have to punt. They punt. Then we all know what happens. You get a little bit of
roughing and
unnecessary roughness.
Yeah.
You had a great return, though, didn't you, on that punt?
It was Sky Moore, 29-yard return off of a 54-yard punt to get to the Kansas City 47.
Yeah, you got it almost to midfield.
They ran it on 1st down, got 6 yards. They took their 3rd timeout with 21 seconds to go at the Cincy 47. Incomplete on 2nd. 3rd, he scrambled for 5 yards, which would have been to the Cincy 42 with about 12 seconds left. Unnecessary roughness, field goal. Good night, Irene.
And that's it.
Interesting, he came out hot on both of those and then fizzled.
Boom, boom. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Super Bowl one, I had forgotten they were at midfield in like 2 plays.
2 plays, and it was 2nd and 1. That's why you never expect it to be over.
23-20, and McPherson had hit every field goal you could hit.
Yeah, you're like, okay, they're definitely going to get a field goal. Now are they going to score a touchdown? And then all of a sudden it was
game over, confetti fell. Good night.
Rams.
Yeah.
By the way, thank goodness for the Rams, right? I mean, if they didn't win that.
Oh, God. Yeah.
Just a debacle.
It is. NBA All-Star Weekend kicks off tonight. We had The Miz on in the first hour. I encourage you. That was pure joy.
7 o'clock, ESPN.
I'll have that on. I'll check that out.
Tonight is the debut of Art Andrea in Footloose. It's opening night, so I won't be able to watch it live. But I do, as you like to say, but I believe I maybe mean it a tad more sincerely.
What an incredible accusation.
What did I do? I will have it on my DVR.
It'll be on the DVR.
I've already scheduled it to record.
I still have all those Browns lives.
Are you slandering him?
Feels like it a little bit. I mean, I keep.
Why don't we have a trial where you're the judge?
24 hours. What a difference 24 hours makes.
Why don't we have a trial where you're the judge?
Yeah, great.
Oh God. So
by the way, I think the thing that the people like the most out of
what role is Andrea playing in Footloose?
She is in the ensemble, but she has a few speaking parts. But she's freshman, obviously. And this is like the senior, the leads are seniors and all that. But no, she's pumped, man. She's pumped.
Is it
She's been there at school till 10:30 every night this week. Sorry,
Crushing it.
Sutton.
Dress rehearsal.
Rehearsals.
Knocking it out.
Getting it done. Yeah.
Did you do the plays in high school?
I did not.
I did.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh, I bet you're great.
I did everything.
Yeah,
Our church had a musical. I did it from 2nd grade all the way through 12th.
Oh yeah. I always looked for the scene stealer roles.
Yeah.
I didn't want to do the work. I don't want to do
get
like
some
big
laughs.
speak. Just come in, couple laughs, pop out.
This is why you'd
was
have been
always
great
the
on
act.
SNL.
Yeah, just
you
get in
sold
and get
yourself
out.
really short on that, by the way.
Get in there and get out. That's kind of the operation.
Just real quick about
Yeah.
the trial yesterday. The two things that people liked the most is one, how I just absolutely
People
dominated
people like
Gibbe, and then number two,
Nana.
the numbnuts. No, Nana had a great line. She goes, "I expect that from him, but not from Bo."
Not for me.
Yeah, she was
She didn't
wounded.
think you misled.
She was wounded by you. I
She
think.
felt no
she
misleading
felt
had
no
taken
misleading.
place.
But people
Have
love
you ever
numbnuts.
done wrong in her eyes?
Oh yeah.
Rarely. I
Oh,
always feel like you
no.
were under the yoke of Pedro, and Nana
No.
had your side.
No. I mean, at times, yeah, for sure. She was more the kind one. But when my mom gets mad at you, like
It's on.
it's apoplectic.
Yeah.
Threats are made. It's just she goes for the gusto, but it's rare.
Where does the premise, like if you do the imaginary, hey, the year is 1980, whatever, walk into a studio to sell the premise of a movie, where does the Footloose premise rank on the all-time 80s? This movie's about what? I mean, it's like Roadhouse, Footloose.
I'm immediately going like Soul Man.
Oh, I don't. Yeah, that's a whole nother level of absurd. But like, these were like, Soul Man was not a hit. Footloose was a huge hit. Roadhouse was a big
Can't
hit.
Buy Me Love.
Is it Ghost?
Ghost.
Well, but I mean, like that isn't even
supernatural.
supernatural. Like this is something that somebody went in with a straight face and said, "Hey, we're going to do a movie. Here's what we're going to do." The kid's from Chicago. He moves to Utah, in a town where is it a dry town? Oh no, it's not. They can't dance. They can't what? I mean, they can't dance.
Bad dance in town.
No dancing in this town. You can do it across the county
right.
line.
Yeah.
But you can't do it here.
Well,
Don't bring your sin in here.
Yeah,
But all I
the
want to
sin.
do is dance. That's
it.
all I want to do.
I want my feet to be loose.
I'm not looking to have a beer, underage, or a cocktail, or herb. No, I just am going to dance.
Herb. Nice herb drop. I like that.
That's all I want to do is
Yeah.
dance. No, you can't have it. We're burning books. We can't dancing. Who's in it? Kevin Bacon. Go. I think those are the two. Roadhouse is insane, but those are the two that are the most ridiculous premises that were like, yeah, green light, go. And they both were hits.
Big was a crazy premise, but I loved it.
But that's movies,
Supernatural,
right? Like
yeah.
supernatural. Like there's more to that. I mean, this is like something that somebody thought actually could happen in the world. Yeah, those are them. Those are the two big ones. What did you want us doing here?
It was Pro Football Focus's.
Hold on, this is a good one too, because when you watching it,
I had a list.
the way that it played out.
Here it is. I put it over here. Go ahead.
The way it played out. Howard the Duck was really a strange film. The way that it was
supernatural as well, though. I mean, they wanted you with the straight face to believe that it was possible. The Footloose thing.
Yeah, sure.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They were trying to sell that operation. Remember they had the tractors? Chicken with the tractors? His shoe got caught?
Oh man.
Oh my God. A young Sarah Jessica Parker
Yes, indeed.
involved in that? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited to kind of take that trip down memory lane, though. I'll tell you.
That'll be fun.
Yeah.
Pro Football Focus is one underrated 2023 NFL free agent at every position. Two of our guys make the list. Jacoby Brissett and Ethan Posick both make the list. Gibby wants to know, which underrated free agent would you like to see the Browns have in a Browns uniform next season? I'll tell you what. I'm going to need to see it. Let's see the list. Here it is.
I mean, Jacoby would be the one I'd love to see. Ethan Posick. I really like our guys. I'd like to just bring our guys back. I thought that they were both excellent
all I want's weapons. So they got at wide receiver, they have Paris Campbell, who we know very well as an Akron St. Vincent St. Mary kid, an Ohio State Buckeye.
Let me ask you this.
Mm-hmm.
Does Paris Campbell scare a defense?
I want to say he was a state champion in the hurdles, so he's got speed.
Sure, but in the National Football
Has he
League.
put anything together in the National Football League?
No,
Our good friend Tyvis Powell would fight us on that.
I know it. He feels a little bit. I mean, there's a little Malik Hooker to it, right? We're like just snake bitten by injuries.
Yeah. Second
I don't know if
round
he's ever
pick.
been able to be healthy. I mean, he was a dangerous player at Ohio State.
He averaged
I don't know.
9.9 yards a catch last year. 63
I mean, the
catches,
quarterback situation was
623. But that's a
dreadful.
career high. He's coming off of a career best season. 63 catches, 623 yards, 3 touchdowns. Prior to that, he had 34 catches for 360 yards and 2 touchdowns in 3 seasons. He had not played more than 7 games in a season in his first 3. This is not a good free agent crop at all.
Not at all.
In any way, shape, or form. The one guy that's a little bit that we know is going to be a free agent, so I'm not talking cuts, that's a little interesting to me, and I'm curious what you guys think of it.
Even at Ohio State, I mean, he had 12 touchdowns his junior year at Ohio State, but it was 90 for 1,063. It was 11.8 per. As a junior, it was 14.6.
Yeah.
He was 13 yards a rush as a junior as well. So he had a little bit more explosiveness. I know he won the state championship in the hurdles in high school.
Mecole Hardman's a little interesting to me.
Yeah, I'm interested in him too.
Speed. Just straight up speed.
I mean, I'll be honest. I said this. I can't remember. Were you and I did this show after the Super Bowl, right? Yeah, you were here Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just weapons. Whatever.
Yeah.
Like give me both. I'll take Hardman and Campbell. Put them both in here. Like give me all the weapons that are there. I need them all.
They were picked 3 picks apart from each other in that draft.
Yeah. I mean, that's
Hardman
it.
got hurt this year, but the first 3 years never was hurt over 500 yards. In fact, 2 years ago he had 693 yards, and he also does a little bit of running for you. He had 6 touchdowns in basically 6 games this year. Mecole Hardman. 297 and 4 catching, 31 and 2 rushing.
Yeah, I mean, when you start to go to the defensive side, obviously we go to defensive interior. They go Ashawn Robinson out of the
But
Rams.
not a pass rusher at all. But
Not at all.
Solid run defender as a
Justin
rotational
Houston's
piece.
on here at 34 years of age. That would be in the Clowney mold, kind of a short-term one or 2 year guy. Julian Love at safety. I think safety will be interesting for us.
It just depends what we do. They have
Depending on
a
what you
big
do.
decision to make on John Johnson. If you cut him with a post-June 1st designation, it saves you $9 million. So that's going to be an evaluation of, I would guess, Jim Schwartz and AB and what they think of that.
But the problem is, though, him and Delpit kind of both thrive at doing the same stuff.
Well, right. Ideally, if you could say, okay, we could get a true center fielder, a Jesse Bates, a Marcus Williams who went to the Ravens type, a Justin Simmons in Denver. Yeah, that's what you would love to pair with Delpit, and I think Delpit has a chance to be very good. I still am
Clearly,
fully
I mean,
on that. It's got to be
the
more
last
consistent.
second half of this year, he was great.
It's got to be more consistent, but you've seen
I agree.
stretches of play that say, okay, this guy could be very, very good.
Yeah, absolutely. But those are the positions of need. Those are going to be the things we'll hit hard between now and the draft and free agency, and everything in between will be weapons.
Yep.
Find them. I think even beyond. So you like Mecole Hardman or Paris Campbell, whatever, like something like that. I'd even like to see a weapon out of the backfield. I mean, the way that like Sky Moore was used in Kansas City.
But that's what you could do.
That's what you could do with one of those type of guys. Like those type of weapons. You just need guys in space who can thrive. And so we need some of those dudes to come in here. CBS Sports ranked the quarterbacks at 2 or more Super Bowl wins. We will have a little fun with that. We'll draft the AFC North all roster heading to the offseason as well. You listen to Cleveland Browns Daily, brought to you by Bally Bet. Coming soon to Ohio on 850 ESPN Cleveland. Patrick Mahomes won his second Super Bowl on Sunday, entered into some pretty rarefied air. CBS Sports these rankings, good Lord.
Come on.
Ridiculous right out of the gates.
It's
all right.
absurd.
Ranking quarterbacks with 2 or more Super Bowl wins, Mahomes now stands beside Brady and Montana on that list of things. So what they did is, I'm trying to think.
How could Peyton Manning be ahead of Joe Montana? Just tell
His
me.
early career success has catapulted him near the top of the list of Super Bowl-era quarterbacks with multiple Super Bowl-era wins. So they have Brady atop this list, as
Fine.
you would. He's got the 7 of them. 7?
Yeah.
Jeez. Manning is second.
How?
So their argument is, like Arnold Palmer and Jack Nicklaus, Manning would have more titles had he not played in the same era as Brady. The fact that Palmer had to face arguably the greatest golfer in history did not diminish his legacy, nor Manning sharing the same era with Brady take away the greatness. Manning, after all, is the owner of a record 5 league MVPs. We've said this before. He's also the first quarterback to win Super Bowls, multiple franchises. Well, the second one he wasn't great. He was 3-1 against Brady in AFC Championship games. I did not have that. Did you know that? No, hold on. Did you know that?
No.
I would have thought that record was lopsided the other way.
Fine. So I'd like
Yeah.
you to read the first sentence again, and then I'd like you to read that last sentence.
Like Arnold Palmer and Jack Nicklaus, Manning would have more titles had he not played in the same era as Brady. Last sentence. Manning was also 3-1 against Brady in AFC Championship games.
So he was only denied one championship because of Tom Brady.
Right.
So that's BS.
Yeah.
This list sucks. Montana up, Manning down.
Manning,
That's ridiculous. That's
It
a
is.
ridiculous.
he blew the Saints one, not him, but I mean like their operation blew the Saints
Yeah.
one. They should have won that one.
Sure.
That's the onside kick game.
Hank Basket.
Yeah. So that's the one that's behind it. Montana obviously won the 4, the 2 MVPs.
4-0.
Yeah, 4-0. 2 MVPs for Joe.
Who did Peyton Manning beat in his Super Bowls?
The one he beat. I mean, the one in Denver doesn't even count. That's against Cam Newton
Sexy
and the
Rexy
Panthers.
Ryan.
And
Rex Grossman.
Montana
Grossman.
beat Dan Marino, John Elway,
Yeah,
Boomer Esiason, and I want to say Ken Anderson.
probably.
But
Yeah.
2 of them are Hall of Famers. How is this?
Yeah.
Your opening sentence about Peyton Manning cannot
And
be,
we love Manning.
I love Peyton Manning, best
Yeah.
regular season quarterback of all time. Can't be disproven by your last sentence in his same area.
No, I wouldn't. I would agree with that. Boy, they got Bradshaw 6 on this. They got Aikman. Everybody loves Aikman. Go look it up, kids. On
Yeah,
on
not
Aikman.
great, but
Yeah. Roethlisberger is 10. Eli Manning 11. Jim Plunkett, Bob Greasy. Bob Greasy likes himself some Bob Greasy.
yeah,
He'll
that.
tell you about
He'll
that.
tell you all about it. Yeah, Plunkett. I don't know. Manning,
It's
Aikman's
really a
Aikman at 9 is kind of wild. to
it's a
me.
5-person list, and honestly, the guy I would want Ben higher on this list.
I would have.
If-
I think you could make an argument. Ben is 6
Yeah, I think you can make that
on
argument
the
as
list, or 7.
Yeah.
Staubach was great. I didn't realize he never won an MVP.
well. No, Roger the Dodger. Yeah, I just think it goes.
Oh, remember because Landry was screwing with him at quarterback. He wasn't the starting quarterback till he was 29
This is insane.
with the Cowboys, which
It's
isn't
insane.
crazy. So there's a lot of Steve Young parallels with Raj.
I noticed Steve Young's not on this list.
No, just the one. Although they claimed he had 2 on that other list we did, remember?
It should go Brady, Montana, Manning, Mahomes, Elway. That's the proper top 5.
I wouldn't even mind. I mean, yeah, I think that's the correct order.
And Mahomes can pass Peyton.
Mahomes could
Based
pass.
on-
He could make a real run.
Yeah, with Super Bowls based on
On this
postseason
thing.
success. Yeah.
Yeah.
Peyton's the fact that Peyton Manning and Aaron Rodgers have 3 Super Bowls combined is crazy.
I
I'll do
think-
one better for you. Joe Montana has as many Super Bowls as Peyton Manning, Aaron Rodgers, and Steve Young.
Boom. Yeah. Yeah, I think the thing that when you think back now on like the Manning runs, like at any point, I mean, we talked about this a little bit with Reed and Mahomes, like the perfect marriage of quarterback and coach,
Yeah.
innovative coach,
Yeah.
superbly talented player. I don't know that Manning ever had that.
Well, what was the guy's name that he would credit with?
Tom Moore, I
Tom
think.
Moore.
Yeah, when he was the longtime coordinator there. But he
Yeah.
called the plays
But
a lot
they
of times
worked
from the
I think
line.
He
Like
just
it
had
was
a natural feel for it.
He did. Yeah. It was always, but it was like, it was Dungy and then it was
Sure.
Caldwell.
Yeah.
and then it was John
No,
Fox.
He was never with that kind of an offensive guy, but he was that kind of an offensive guy himself.
Yeah.
But he would probably sit here and tell us, no, you guys, Tom Moore was an offensive genius.
Oh, for
of
sure.
that ilk.
I think he probably would. But the crazy thing is that first year that he was in Denver, when he threw for like 5,400 yards and 50-some touchdowns after he came off the injury, that's where it went. What do you got?
The Hoff has responded.
Oh, let's hear it. So this is in response to the question of
I gave him 3 questions.
okay, but my question on Twitter to him was, I need a game comp for you because he played basketball this morning. Now continue.
Hoff, 3 things. 1, why aren't you in the NBA celebrity game?
Great question.
Answer, knees are too bad.
Sad.
2, would you do it in the future? No.
Sad.
Knees are too bad. 3, give us your player comp. LeBron is a poor man's Joe Thomas when we were 14.
Tell him I thought I had a Joker game
But that's
style.
basically what he's saying, yeah.
Yeah, I had him as a Joker game style. I think he could manipulate the whole game from the elbow. Does he have a shot? What's a shot like?
Yeah,
Did you
I'm
shoot it?
asking.
Does he have some depth?
Oh, that's when we could stroke it from the triple. I'm sure he can. He did. I think he's a hashtag athlete.
You don't say.
Now, if he's able to go play
saw him in
hoops
the
with the
Titan
boys, why
games.
can't he play in this NBA? In this,
Yeah, I feel like
celeb
he
game?
could do the
Yeah.
celeb game.
Yeah.
The hoops with the boys would seem like it would be more stressful on
Yeah.
the knees.
Yeah, if you can play hoops with the boys, you can play the celeb. You can play celeb.
Yeah. I want to know if he's got range.
Okay. You know what's weird is I've seen him do a lot of physical things like close up. You would have no idea that he's injured, which makes me wonder like what would be a completely 100% unfettered by pain Joe Thomas be like? You know what I mean? If my
No.
knees hurt, I wouldn't be just like
How he rolls.
snatching almost 200 pounds like it's nothing. Like
No.
it's like weightless.
All right, we went through the teams in the AFC North. We will pick our all AFC North roster heading into the offseason. We also will get the answer to the Hoff if he's got range, if he can shoot it. You have those things to look forward to, which is nice. You listen to Cleveland Browns Daily, brought to you by Bally Bet, coming soon to Ohio on 850 ESPN Cleveland. Passionate fan bases in the NFL. Join the Browns season ticket member waitlist today. The best chance securing tickets for all home games and future seasons. Don't miss out. Go to clevelandbrowns.com/tickets or call 440-891-5050 to reserve your spot today. Did you know you were on?
I'm going to do that's my new bit.
That's your new bit? Oh, it's a bit.
It's a bit.
Here's the deal with a bit.
Yeah.
Everyone's got to know that it's a bit.
Yeah.
That's the operation. And then you got to be popular enough that people are aware of the bit.
Well, bit should be positive to your
right.
Especially there's a guest. In this case, my new bit, in an effort to get an on-air light, is going to be able to make weird sounds to determine
somebody,
whether or not I'm on the air.
I like it. So did you get back to can he shoot?
I was too wrapped up in other nonsense.
Yeah.
No response yet. He was typing one.
Yeah, I want to know. I want to know what his shooting.
Maybe he's going to get us video.
Yeah,
There's no
that'd be
doubt
great.
he is. He's just a pure athlete.
Yeah.
Like, it's hard for me to believe that a guy that I watched kick step 50 yards straight back faster than I could run forward on one leg couldn't play in the NBA All-Star Celebrity Game. Where he
if he's playing every day or if he's playing like with
3 times a
buddies
week.
in the morning.
Yeah, after they work out. That's how he does it. That's his cardio.
That's his smart. There's no better cardio than hoops.
No.
I got scared by the Achilles with DeMarcus Cousins, so that's why I shut it down, but it's the best.
I'll tell and not Pedro popped his Achilles in 2002, which would have put him at 52.
Yeah.
Playing
hoops?
Playing hoops. I was there playing hoops. So I don't know if there's any genetics in the Achilles, but every now and then my Achilles feels tight, and I go like,
you don't want to do that.
No,
I don't.
I had a nightmare yesterday, like a daymare, I would call it actually, because I was awake. But I was lifting, and I just
a daymare.
A daymare, yeah. Why is it can only be a nightmare? If you can daydream, why can't you daymare?
It also work for a female horse.
Yeah, in the day.
She's a wonderful daymare.
She's a wonderful daymare.
Yeah.
But at night, a little unruly.
Yeah.
So anyway,
much like I was saying about Buddy Garrity and his tremendous doggy style. Guy has panache. What do you want? See? Told you. He's safe. So easy. So easy.
Well, you can only get away with it because I've seen him wearing blazers and ties and
that's right.
eyewear.
Yeah, that's
good.
right.
That was well done by you.
Yeah.
You're very proud of yourself, as you should be.
Yeah, it was a good win.
Anyway,
nice win.
My daymare was I was lifting and I felt like a little something in my Achilles, and I'm like, oh man, I'm going on this golf trip. Like, last thing I need is bust my Achilles up and not be able to play. So I was like, let's rein it back in here. Let's chill on that.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, no one wants to rehab at 40. Nobody wants.
No way, dude.
I'm not rehabbing, man.
I've worked hard to stay in good shape. I feel like if I end up in a situation like that, then it could be all over.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
I don't want that.
All right, Gibbe wants us to do our all AFC North combined
I like this. I'm very
roster.
Excited.
All right. Do we need some traveling music for this?
By the way, Bo, in the interest of segments being pitched, I thought that we have this time. We should do this for every division. In the league.
I like it.
And then maybe we have from that we call the conference ones, and then from that we do our ultimate.
That'll get us to July.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for.
All right.
Or the next Friday.
You got right. All right. Are we going to start at glamour? We're starting with quarterback, the glamour position.
We don't have to. We can start anywhere you want.
Yeah, I was going to say it's your world.
All right, let's start.
And are we going 3 receivers, 1 running back, and 1 extra offensive player?
Not an extra
I just want 11.
player.
Whatever it is, the number has to equal 11. So
1 running
if
back.
we have 3 receivers, then we only have 1 running back.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, let's just start how it is. All right, quarterback. Burrow.
Joe Burrow. Unanimous.
Yep.
If we ever tie, if we have a disagreement, we'll bring in the voice of reason back here.
Yep. Running back. Chubb.
Nick Chubb. Yes.
Easy. Receiver. We get 3 of them. I think you've got.
Chase
this is
Cooper.
a little interesting. Chase Cooper
Higgins.
for sure. Yeah.
The only other 1,000-yard receiver.
Yeah. I think Pickens could play his way
He
into
could get
making
there.
it interesting.
Yep.
Based on what he is.
Yep.
That's pretty good though. Chase Cooper Higgins is pretty legitimate. Tight ends, your options are Mark Andrews, the Chief, Hayden Hurst, and Freiermuth. Good tight ends.
Yeah, I think I'm going to give it my vote to Mark Andrews more on name recognition than anything else and what he's accomplished and what he's capable of. Obviously, they had some quarterback issues.
Yeah.
Freiermuth ended so he even had more than Freiermuth. So he had 73, 847, and 5 in a down year. So I'll still stick with Mark Andrews gets my vote.
I think you have that right.
Ooh, then we should figure out which team which division team is the best in the AFC, which one's the best in the NFC, and then which division team's the best in the league. Like it.
Patience,
like it.
Grasshopper. We
Content.
have a whole
You
Content.
got it.
Write that down. Esteban.
Wow. Did you recall that Mark Andrews in 21
1,300 yards.
was 107 and 1361 with 9 touchdowns?
Yeah, first team All-Pro.
Is that the year Lamar won MVP?
No.
The year he won MVP, he had
was
852 and 10. He's a
Man,
3-time Pro Bowler.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the guy. Andrews.
Pretty
is
good
the guy.
division for tight ends. We talk about wide receivers, but
Yeah.
By the way, there's some
That's pretty good. Burrow, Chubb, Chase, Cooper, Higgins, Andrews.
Yeah.
That could go.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's going places, pal.
Yeah.
All right, offensive tackle.
By the way, some shade thrown by Gibbe in this list.
Yeah.
Gibbe, what can you shed some light on the shade you're throwing here?
no.
No. I can't. I can't
It's a show
shed
for
light.
the kids.
I can't shed any light.
No, nothing positive.
All right.
Stanley and Conklin.
That's what I got. Yep.
So those are your tackles. Jack Conklin, Ronnie Stanley.
Yep.
Guards are our 2 guys, right?
Yep. Batonio and Teller.
Who would be who? I don't know enough about the other ones. I mean, Zeitler I know about, but
No,
I'm
those
pretty
are the
sure.
right ones.
I'm pretty sure Ben Powers had a nice year and Kevin Dotson had a nice year.
I'll take it center. I'll take the kid, the rookie.
Tyler Linderbaum.
Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah. All right, so your offense is set then. We didn't really even have – there wasn't much to disagree with. It was pretty
No.
straightforward. Burrow, Chubb, Chase, Cooper, Higgins, Andrews, Conklin, Stanley, Batonio, Teller, Linderbaum.
Yeah.
I think that can hang.
I think that can hang. I think we need to go for defense, like maybe 3 edges, 1 interior, because
Same.
okay, deal.
were we slanted too heavy towards us?
On ours,
Yeah, on offense.
we have Nick Chubb, Amari,
Yep.
and our two
Our 2 guards.
two guards and
Conklin.
There might be a more deserving. Talk amongst yourselves. Discuss. I'm verklempt. I'm gonna see if I can get a little. One second.
Who would be more
I know
deserving? Who
Batonio
would
had
be-
the year that he had. I
but
think,
Joe Batonio,
It's first
First
team
team
All-Pro.
All-Pro.
Yeah, that's-
correct.
Teller made the Pro Bowl.
Yeah, I mean, I think the interior's fine. I don't know if one of these tackles had a better year than Jack. Jack was a second team All-Pro last year.
I think Jack wasn't
And
Jack
this year
like an
got hurt.
alternate this year for Pro Bowl though. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean Jonah Williams was nothing in Cincinnati. Lael Collins was hurt. I don't know about.
All right, Morgan Moses was the highest graded tackle this year by Pro Football Focus in our.
Okay, so maybe
division.
he's
So
maybe
he
got to
gets
go
over
him.
Conklin, so we give it to the Ravens guys.
All right, and then let the record state that it was Gibby. He wanted to release Browns and add Ravens.
Yeah.
Let the record state. All right, so that's fine. So the 2 Baltimore guys on the tackles, our guys on the interior with Linderbaum in the middle.
Yeah.
With Andrews, Chase, Cooper, Higgins, Chubb, and Burrow. All right,
I like that.
edge. Well, the first 2 are. What are we doing? Garrett and Watt. Where do you want to go with the third one? Hendrickson and Hubbard are both really good.
I think it's
Houston-
got to be Hendrickson.
How did Houston do?
He's good, but I think the way we're building this, I think
The other
Hendrickson's body type probably fits better with what we need.
Here's the other thing to consider, though, just real quickly,
Yeah.
is so Hendrickson this year had the 9 sacks.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that we might be doing a disservice. I'm pulling it up right now.
Highsmith?
Yeah, Alex Highsmith had 14 and a half sacks and 5 forced fumbles.
I was
gotta
gonna
be on the
say.
team. Hendrickson's out. He's in.
I would not have had Alex Highsmith having 14 and a half sacks. Where do they get these guys?
Where
do they get him?
In the 3rd round
Where do they get him?
from Charlotte.
Where do they get
Larry Ogunjobi.
Alex Highsmith for crying out loud? Right, that Bud Dupree did this a couple of years ago. Then
I mean, he
they
was
they
like
leave.
a 1st round pick or something.
Right before that, there was a kid. I mean, they just
There was another linebacker.
yeah. They always they just Woodley was this, and it's one guy after another. They just
Kevin Green.
Plug and play.
Timmons, like they just get guys, they draft them, and they become 14.5 sacks.
I mean, the fact that we should have 4 guys on the edge group alone is pretty impressive. That's a pretty darn good group.
Garrett Watt, Highsmith, and then Cam Hayward in the middle.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna go Cam Hayward in the middle.
Yeah.
BJ Hill and DJ Reader could both be considered.
Very good on the defensive line
Yeah.
in the AFC.
So wait, what are we only doing? One interior
One
line?
interior.
Yeah, we got
'cause did
3 on the edge. Miles, TJ, Alex, and then Cam Hayward.
Yeah.
We'll play a lot of nickel with the
You're playing nickel, so
yeah.
we only get 2 linebackers off the ball. So he lists Highsmith in both of these places. We could.
Hey, Z, talk into the microphone, dude.
Well, you got
have
Alex
Highsmith
Smythe.
in
Alex
2
Highsmith
places.
is both a linebacker and an edge.
Yeah, Gibbe.
Come on, Gibbe. Roquan Smith.
100%.
He only played 7
And
games.
then is it Patrick Queen?
He came around this year.
Boy, did he.
Or Logan Wilson.
Hold on here. I'll give you just a little Pro Football Focus insight into it.
Felt like Wilson was good, but I don't know if that's just situationally he's good or if he was good all the time.
Roquan Smith, Logan Wilson, Jermaine Pratt were the top 3, and then Patrick Queen was right there too. But the top 3 grades, top was actually Anthony Walker, but was not. Only 3 games.
Yeah.
Pratt, Logan Wilson, and Roquan Smith are the top 3. So Roquan for sure. I'll go to Logan Wilson, over 100 tackles this year. Good in coverage.
Yeah. That seems right.
Okay. All right, Logan Wilson. Okay.
All right, so we
corners
need,
3.
Well, we've only got 6 of them listed.
How are there only
Bless
6
you.
corners listed?
Bless you.
Bless you.
How's Gibby only listing 6 corners?
I don't know.
He didn't even list MJ Emerson.
No MJ Emerson on this list,
Gib.
who I thought was probably our best corner.
Okay. All AFC North?
Well, he had, in terms of passes defensed, his 15 would have led the AFC North or tied for the lead. He actually had the second best grade and the second best coverage grade in the AFC North. Marlon Humphrey would be 1.
Historically, I'd go Marcus Peters would be on there, and then how did our guys grade out?
Marcus Peters had
Be it a bad year,
rough year.
Rough year.
Yes.
How did Denzel, Newsome, and Emerson grade out?
Greg MJ Emerson would have graded the highest by far. Then MJ Emerson. Marcus Peters this
Did you
year.
say MJ Emerson graded out number one
Number 1.
of our guys?
Oh, yeah.
That's what it seemed like.
By a wide margin. He graded out number 2 in the division.
Yeah, so he's there.
You're putting him in?
Yeah.
All right, I like it.
I thought he was our best corner
I did too. He was.
this year.
All right, Humphrey. Peters gave up a 113 rating in coverage. Chidobe Awuzie might have been the answer had he stayed healthy, but he did not. Cam Sutton, who's on this list, actually, in terms of all the coverage stats, 50% completions in coverage, 69 rating when targeted, 3 picks on the season, double-digit PBUs. I think maybe Cam Sutton's underrated.
Third, then.
Third, yep, he's in.
So who are we going with?
Sutton, Humphrey, and Emerson.
Yep. Yep.
Minka, we're to safeties. Minka's a safety.
Absolutely.
And then
Minka, and then
Jesse Bates?
I feel like Von Bell maybe had a better year. But I'm not. That's in my mind's eye. I don't know.
all right, hold
You
please.
might have something.
Von
on that.
Bell had 4 picks. I thought, didn't Bates also have 4 picks? I could be wrong about that. Hold on 1 second. Here we go to the safeties. If it's the last 4 weeks of the season, Grant Delpit. Minka, Jesse Bates from their grades. I'd give it to Marcus Williams.
Marcus Williams?
Yes. Marcus Williams in his limited time on the field was awesome. Jesse Bates had 4 picks too. Minka had 6.
No, they both had. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Minka and Williams.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
That's our second ride-in. Our second ride-in of the day.
Yeah.
I like that. Kickers, yep. Uh-huh.
That's not. Yeah.
Punters,
Uh-huh.
could it be?
York is pretty good.
He was good. Let's see. Let's take the punting grades for our division here. AFC North. I would be shocked if it's not him, but it might be. Corey Bajorquez, by a wide margin, has
Yeah.
the highest grade.
He had a great year.
Very good year.
Love it.
Yeah.
All right.
Wait, who was the second write-in? Where am I missing a write-in?
MJ Emerson,
Yep.
Marcus Williams.
Williams was on the list.
Oh, he was on the list.
He was on the
Williams,
list.
Marcus Williams,
Sorry.
and Minka were the safeties.
Erroneous. What about returners?
Was anybody lights out?
I mean, DPJ had one of the 3 return touchdowns of the year
Yeah.
as a punt returner.
Yeah, but he didn't. When did they put him in that spot?
Hold please.
We probably have.
All right,
about
AFC
30
North, Donovan Peoples-Jones had the most, had the touchdown, had the longest punt return in the division. The best kick returner in the division was Devin Duvernay, who had a kick return touchdown. So those are our specialists.
That's it. So you
Kick
got DPJ
returner,
and Duvernay.
Devin
There you go.
Duvernay, punt returner, DPJ.
Good job out of us. So much more to come. You listen to Cleveland Browns Daily, brought to you by Ballybet, coming soon to Ohio on 850 ESPN Cleveland. Hey, face off on the lake. First Energy Stadium, Buckeyes, Wolverines. Still time to buy some tickets. That puck drops at 4 o'clock. What is our weather down on the lake tomorrow afternoon for this?
Should be chilly and nice. By the way, Haas says, fine, I'm
Actually,
in. I'll be
pretty
like
good.
Steph Curry.
40,
Can he
45.
shoot it like
Yeah.
that?
Not awful.
What did he say about the shooting?
Yeah, he said he can stroke it. So he said we've talked him into it.
Now he's in?
Yeah, he's going to be like Steph Curry.
Oh, my gosh.
Said I
He's
can actually
approaching
get up and down.
50 tomorrow.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, of course he can. He'd be great. I bet like the Hop shows up if he ever shows up at like any, like if he shows up on campus at UW.
Yeah.
Like any pickup game, he's not losing until he retires.
You got 30 here.
Agreed.
There's no way.
No way.
All right. Have a great weekend, everybody. The Next Level is next. Thanks for listening. Cleveland Browns Daily, 850 ESPN Cleveland.